Welcome back to the Wolfcast podcast, everybody. I'm the Tru Alpha, here with my talented, amazing sister May,
Hi.
and my brother from another mother, Fang.
Yo, what up? Oh.
Yeah, doing what we do best.
God, can you be ready for once in your fucking
Can
life?
you suck my fucking dick?
Whip
We
it
love
out.
each other.
Yeah,
I
You've got the
mean, just
whole
kidding.
world.
Chat, send help. I'm in danger.
There is no help. I'm in danger.
Oh.
So yeah, it's been a while since we've done just a shooting the shit kind of.
There was actually something interesting I was told here recently in VR during one of the party nights. I think it was Friday Night Tink Tink from Broom, actually.
Huh?
They had made mention of, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we've had some pretty banger storms lately. Like,
Oh yeah, yesterday's was fucked
Oh, yeah.
from what I heard.
it hardly hit where we live, but
yeah,
we
where
drove
you and
through.
I lived, it didn't really hit.
Dude, so we were down in Spencer to get a car, and we were driving back, and we watched the storm roll over Trafalgar. Like, we're not in Trafalgar yet. We're probably still in, like, Morgantown.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched lightning just indiscriminately fuck up Trafalgar. So for those who don't know, here in Indiana, a lot of the towns, there's not a whole lot in between like one town and the next. Like maybe some fields, maybe some buildings, but you can almost see the next town down. So I'm just watching lightning strike the radio towers 4 or 5 different times, just massive amounts of gorgeous lightning strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, we drive through Morgantown, and a lot of places didn't have any power, including their stoplight was trying to restart after losing power. It was doing the blinking red light instead of the normal. And it just absolutely fucked up everything.
I slept through it.
Yeah, I slept through.
But apparently, due to all this like global changes through global warming and whatnot, the Midwest is going to be the Midwest and I'm sorry, I'm stupid. The East Coast is about to be royally fucked by thunderstorms. Like we're gonna experience more thunderstorms this year on the chaotic side than we normally have.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb, but it's when you think about it, it's even scary because isn't Indiana in Tornado Valley or like just outside of it?
Yeah, we're like just outside of it, but we get a lot of tornadoes though here.
Oh yeah, we get quite. I've never seen one.
I've worked.
There was that one that fucked Greenwood up when I was like.
I remember that one. Was the tornado that hit Indianapolis. That made no sense to me because, Indianapolis it's the major city of Indiana. There's nothing but skyscrapers. There's not a lot of wind flow through there to allow a tornado to form. But sure enough, one hit and busted the glass out of one of the skyscrapers.
Tornadoes are like honey badgers. They don't give a fuck.
No. There is science behind a tornado. There has to be good airflow. The temperatures have to be right. All this different shit. Wind has to be allowed to vortex. If the wind cannot vortex because there's a bunch of buildings around or even trees, depending on how tall the trees are, you can't get a tornado to form.
Yeah.
And if one forms outside of the city and goes into the city, it'll die because
not enough
it
airflow.
Can't get that wind flow. The fact that one formed inside Indianapolis just blew my fucking mind because it shouldn't happen. Technically, one shouldn't even happen here where I live because of all the buildings and it's not flatland through here. It's hilly. So they just shouldn't happen really.
Right. Oh, it's scary though. Like I worked through one when I was a kid, or not when I was a kid, but I worked through the first one when I was a teenager. I was working over there at Movies 8. I was 17, I think, 17 or 18, but a real big tornado came through there. And then I was working again at a Subway. I was like 18, 19, and tornado just tore up right down through Hannah and Thompson through there. It sucked. Like, I hated it. And apparently when I was younger, I slept through a tornado in a closet.
There was a moment down in Martinsville. We were visiting my uncle, and it started out a nice sunny day. We were all chilling out, hanging out in the pool, and playing basketball in his little backyard basketball court that he had. And all all of a sudden sirens started going off. It was hailing, which when you're in the pool and it's hailing, it's like a bullet hell video game. You're
Ow, ow, ow,
dodging
ow, ow, ow,
around.
ow, ow.
Yeah, you're like in movies when like somebody's shooting a gun into a pool and you can like watch the bullet stream down through the water. That's what it looked like under the water when that hail was falling.
Fish and
And
barrel.
we were all ran inside. They put all the kids down in his little basement area, which was a basement bar, but it was the safest place for kids to be in time of a tornado.
Mhm.
And we watched the tracking on the news. One tornado went around us to the left. And then when we were about to get out of the basement, another tornado formed and was coming right at us. And then we watched that one go around us to the right.
And they always say if you ever see a tornado and it looks like it's not moving, that means it's coming straight at you.
Yep, run like fuck and pray.
Like yesterday when we were driving, you're like, "Oh, gotta chase a storm."
I was watching them clouds. There was one that I could have seen like potentially rotating down the line. It just wasn't rotating yet. But I want a storm chase. That'd be something I think would just be so cool to witness. Terrifying, don't get me wrong, but
I
cool
tell
as
you all
hell.
the time,
to-
go talk to my friend Moss. He storm chases all the time.
Stretch and I went out on a bad storm one day. We were heading up towards almost like Trafalgar, and then we both just looked at each other and we're like, we're not
Yeah.
professionals. We should probably go back.
I know my dad always wanted to storm chase. I would storm chase from a distance, a reasonable, safe distance, unless I'm in one of those big fucking, tank vehicles that storm chasers use.
Mhm.
If I was in one of those, I'd go balls to the wall and just straight drive into a tornado. Fuck it. But, in my car or even anybody's car, no, not doing that.
You know that 4-way section by my house?
one?
Where at?
Like in my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
Like where they built that new road at?
Yeah.
We was sitting out on the porch one day with an old friend, and it was like kind of like there was no sun. Like there should have been sun, but like it was cloudy. That's the word I was looking for. And like no rain or anything, and just bam, lightning hit the fucking ground.
Oh,
Scared
shit.
the shit out of us.
He wants
And
that,
then
guys.
do you remember that one time when we
When
were,
we
at
were
the
out
park?
yeah, we were sitting there and like, it was subtly raining and we were like, is that all you got? And then just boom, and then just pouring down rain. And then we taunted again. We're like, come on, we're not scared. Just lightning struck nearby. And we were like, okay, we should probably stop.
You should run. Run.
Wham, 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 wham. That's how you get DMCA, kids.
I don't think there's really been anything that bad. I remember there was one time where we had to stay at school like an hour after school.
I remember that
because it was
one.
bad. I was in like 5th grade or something like that.
I remember that one. I remember there was I never understood the tornado drills for school. You go out into the hallway and then, you're supposed to cover your head and
Dumb.
like why? I understand not being in the classroom because there's a window.
The
But like
hallway's not going to be any better minus the glass. I mean,
like let me go into the bathroom or something, that extra wall or 2 or 4 walls. Let me do something else than sitting in this big open area. Can you imagine you're just sitting in the hallway and you're like, oh, well, if I protect my head, I'm good. And you like look up and you just see a desk flying through the hallway.
but I mean, like as kids, I mean,
We
up until
trusted
about
the adults to keep us
up until
safe.
about high school, we didn't know any better. Like we would just go to the hallway and be like, yeah, we're protected. We're in the hallway. These teachers got us.
Yeah, we ain't gonna die. We're fine.
Yeah,
have
and
us
then you
hide-
look back on it. You look back on it, and logic dictates that you're kind of fucked.
Right? They did the same thing back in the 50s with like the atom bomb drills. They just have the kids sit underneath the desk. I'm like, that ain't gonna protect you from radiation.
It's peace of mind. It's to keep panic from setting in.
Yeah.
It's that the power of belief.
Right. Yeah, it's
The
sad now they
alarms
have
are
like
just
gun.
Those alarms are
rehearsals.
unnecessarily loud. Like I
I
think
know.
everybody, including the next 5 buildings over, can hear that we're having this drill right now.
Right.
I wasn't deaf before the drill,
I am now though.
but I'm not sure. Like, if we have a fire drill happen at the same time as this tornado drill, I'm probably not going to hear that.
So, fun, stupid side note. I guess when I put my foot up on my desk, I exited off my stream, so that's cool.
Oh no!
Years of academy training wasted.
Has your voice
But the
cracked?
alarms were
Everybody's
just
so
fucking
That was a joke.
stupid. Like you would like go out for fire drills and like walk past them, and you almost just wanted to rip your fucking ears off. They were so loud. And then by like 10 minutes of sitting in the hallway, and they're just like,
Yeah, you're just
like,
kinda
okay,
sitting there.
I get it. Like,
I think everybody's out here. We're good.
No, ours wasn't the ding. Ours was just the shrill, just screech, like the like even nowadays. Like if I'm on the highway and there's like a emergency vehicle going down, like a fire truck or an ambulance, I have to plug whatever ear it's on because it's so loud.
I like how we went into this podcast without a subject, and now we're just on the subject of storms.
I mean,
Like,
I mean, I
but,
had two other things I was gonna mention anyways.
we can't talk about porn.
No,
that's next one.
I don't need it.
So if you want to hear a really cool podcast about the porn industry, turn into next Sundays because that's what we're going to talk about.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. It's our stream. What?
This
It's
is
our podcast.
Shameless plug. Subscribe to Wolfcast Podcast on YouTube.
And subscribers
No,
so we
this
can
is
get makeup done on Alpha.
This is a shameless. This is a shameless plug. Fang0925 on Twitch. Related but unrelated. Let's go.
It's kind of like a counteractive, like, because you and I are streaming on Twitch, and you're streaming on what, Picardio?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you're shamelessly plugging the podcast, even though we're doing the podcast, but we're doing it on different platforms.
This podcast is on 3 different platforms. Let's go.
Podcastception.
To put on YouTube, so you're shamelessly plugging the podcast now because you're on Twitch or Picario, and then when they watch it on YouTube, you're shamelessly plugging your Twitch. I heard today that gas prices by the end of the summer could be up to almost $10 a gallon.
That's some fucking
Shit.
bullshit. They better be upping my husband's pay, giving us vouchers for fucking this shit.
Well, they already gave us basically a tax write-off type of deal, extra money because of the gas price. Like they said it was a IRS tax return type deal, but in all reality, it was them basically apologizing for the high-ass gas prices.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't a lot of money, but it bought me some shit. It bought me a bottle of booze.
Right.
Like, I'm not complaining too much on it.
Gas prices. Like,
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
goddamn
dumb.
ridiculous.
I'm about to sell my fucking car and fucking just get a horse.
No, sell your car and get a Tesla.
gonna ride my horse
With what fucking
to the
money?
Taco Bell and get me a
No, just
burrito
take your car, use it as a down payment, and yeet it at a Tesla. They give you a bottle of whiskey with it.
They do not.
They do too. Look up Tesla whiskey. I am not shitting you. It's a real thing. It comes in a nice ass bottle. Like, I want the bottle.
On eBay, you might be able.
Actually, you know what? You got me curious. Hang on.
Are you seriously gonna go on eBay?
Yeah, I want that fucking bottle.
Oh, sweet.
Tesla whiskey. How do you spell whiskey? There we go. Whiskey
WHISKEY.
bottle. There we go. Tesla tequila. Sorry.
Now you
It's a
have my
tequila
interest.
bottle.
I like tequila.
How much is Tesla? $250.
Spicy.
Tequila makes your gas prices saved. I don't know.
It looks really cool. It's in a light, like Harry Potter style Thunderbolt. What's the proofing on it?
Electric.
750 milliliter bottle boasts 40% of alcohol. Love it. I want it.
Noise. So another thing, sorry, I just lost my entire train of thought just went no. It's been pretty cool. Like, it's been a pretty chill week. Like, not a whole bunch of stuff is happening. I know we've been getting more social in VR and stuff like that. So it's been really nice to see that.
There hasn't been a whole lot happening. I know
What's
VR
happened to me this past week?
Yeah, it fucking has. Proud of you.
Well, even more than that, like, so, ow, fuck!
Hey, dude, that hurts.
Um, so I got $1 raise.
Nice. So they
So that
went
was,
through with that. You're not quitting. They listened to you.
yeah, I didn't know I told you about that, but yeah.
Yeah, you told me that they were trying to like barter with you and said that if you start covering your tattoos and shave your beard, you'd get your raise.
Well, what it was is that like, so like I had seen like somebody else was making more, and I was like, okay, cool, that person, and like, I'll be honest, I'll tell you like straight up if that person doesn't deserve it. That person that is making it deserves that pay for what she does, 100%. But then you take it into perspective of like, hey, this is fucked up. I've been here 11, 10 years more than this person, and they're making more than me. Then it starts to piss me off. And I wasn't being nosy about it. I just happened to have seen it laying on the desk. It was just there. So, I pushed and pushed. Well, one of the supervisors were like, we'll give him the raise if he shaves his beard. So I snapped and I was like, no, I'm not going to do ultimatums.
Yeah, no,
I deserve
yeah.
this money. The beard was fine. The owner of the store has not said anything negative about it. If the owner came up to me and was like, look, you need to shave that or you got to go. No, I've seen the owner several times. Hasn't said anything to me. And even my GM was like, hey, where it's at right now looks good. Where you had it when I started, no, it was really long. And I 100% agree. I just hate, I'm too lazy to shave it. But I'm not going back to being clear faced. Like this is me now. I love it. I feel more confident and I think I look better with a beard. So that's that. So then, and another supervisor was like, reached out to that other supervisor that was pretty much saying, no, you have to do this. And was like, to be honest, he looks good right now. Like the way he has it right now. And the one that reached out and stuck up for me, you would have never thought did it.
Really?
It's the one that I don't know if you remember names. I'm not going to say her name, but the one that everyone hates and damn well she hates me.
Oh yeah.
Been around for years.
Apparently, so not to interrupt you, to get the bottle, that Tesla bottle that I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
to get that bottle, it is $270. That's for the decanter, bottle, and stand. To get the tequila itself is $1,300.
Yeah, I looked it up and it was like 1,200 or something
Yeah,
stupid.
it's an expensive bottle. It better be damn good tequila. They better not be like just throwing a brand name on it. It better be some damn good fucking tequila.
So, and then after my boss did that, reached out and did all that cool shit, he pulls me aside again and he's like, also, we're getting you another week's vacation starting next year. So next year you will have 4 vacations on top of your $1 raise.
Fuck yeah.
So like, yes, my job sucks. A lot of people's job sucks. But I just really don't think I could, for what I do and what I make on top of the 4 weeks vacation a year. I would hate to give it up and start from square one again.
Right. I
Like the
mean,
only place I'm going to be able to make that much money or more would be to go to a factory.
yeah, I mean, you literally come and work with me, and day one, you're making more money. Your vacation time will take a minute to stack up because it's given to you. You're not given weeks where I work. You're given hours per month, and they stack, and then they don't reset at the end of the year. They got rid of that. It used to be whatever you didn't use in vacation time by the end of the year, they paid you out on. So, like, if you didn't use any of your vacation time throughout the year and you had 2 weeks worth of vacation time, you received 2 weeks worth of pay bonus on your check.
Gotcha.
But now they got rid of that because people, just that people weren't taking their vacation time. And then January of that next year, they were getting like a $2,000 check because of that vacation time that they didn't use. So they stopped doing that. And now it stacks throughout the year. And I think you're given like 12 or 16 hours monthly.
So you can pretty much get 2 free days off a month.
Yeah, so let's say you saved up for like 5 months though, and then however many days that would translate to. Yeah.
A week and 3 days.
So you could get a week in 3 days, and that would pay you out. You get a pay cut technically when you're on vacation, because I work 9-hour days, sometimes 10-hour days. Well, whenever you take a vacation day, you're only getting paid for an 8-hour day. So because it doesn't count overtime, you're getting paid
Which is
regular
bull
working
because,
hours.
if you work that many hours, you should get paid for what you work, on that
Yeah, but
time
that's the
off.
thing. That's the thing, though. I don't think legally they're allowed to do that because overtime is counted separately from
Yeah.
regular time, and it's also paid at a different rate. So if I were to be getting paid, 8 hours Monday to Friday, and then let's say I took another week off, I'd be getting paid overtime that entire second week, and I'm not even at work. So I'm getting paid $40+ an hour to just sit at home and do what I'm doing now, which is drink.
That's kind of like how my job is. So, like, say on average you were pulling 36 to 40, or well, no, let's just do this. Say you were after your breaks and you only worked 8-hour days, which I work 9. So, say on average you work all your hours.
Right.
So I work 9 hours a day, and then I come out 43 hours a week.
My microphone's getting static from somewhere. Sorry.
If I work that whole shift every day throughout the week on average, my vacation would be 40 hours, because obviously that 3 hours is overtime.
Right.
Now, if I went home early or I was showing up late and I was averaging 39, that vacation pay is going to be 39 hours for that week.
Right.
Or if like I went and did like 35 or whatever. So it's kind of like what you were talking about.
Yeah, the temp agency that my work goes through pulled some sketchy shit without they don't tell you this when you go through it. When you're a temp, you get basically rewards after so many hours of working through that temp agency because you're not expected to actually hit those markers, So it's like at 300 hours you're allowed what is it? I think at 300 hours you are allowed holiday pay. That's 300 hours of working, which translates roughly to about 3 months. By that 3-month period, you should already be hired on at my work. If you're not, then something's going wrong, or you're just not asking to
I
be
feel
hired on.
stupid. I just tried to touch a button on my tablet.
Yeah.
My tablet is not touchscreen. I feel brain go burr. I want to go
But
home.
no, so you hit that 300-hour mark, and you're granted holiday pay. Again, you're not meant to hit that point. But then let's say you continue on and you get 1,000 hours. Well, at 1,000 hours, you're given 5 days of vacation time through that temp agency. Again, you're not meant to hit that. So when I was trying to get hired on where I worked, I hit that 300-hour mark without knowing about their rewards or whatever, and realized I was getting holiday pay. Then I looked into it and I was like, okay, well, when do I get vacation time if you guys offer holiday pay? And they told me at 1,000 hours. I was like, okay. And I did the math because I was working 10-hour days at the time. And I was like, oh, I should be at like 1,200+ hours. So I should have 5 days of vacation time. So I called them to ask about it. And they're like, no, you're at 900 and something amount of hours in. And I was like, what do you mean? By my account, I work 10-hour days. That's a 50-hour work week. How am I not at that point? And they're like, oh, we count overtime separately. So you're at 900 and something days normal time, and then 300 and something, or not days, but hours, and then 300 and something hours of overtime pay. And I was like, what? Why do you? Fuck you.
Yeah, it's stupid how like it goes hourly, overtime,
Yeah.
vacation time, meeting time.
I don't complain on the overtime because I make enough money hourly that if I'm working overtime, I'm making bank. But
Yeah,
I don't know. It's stupid how they calculate it all differently. I understand it. I hate it.
I had some paranormal activity happen to me last night.
Ooh, what happened?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Who'd you piss off? Who you be doing over there?
Well, her name is.
Shut the fuck up, Fang.
The girl I'm talking to, she's a real horror fanatic, like all three of us. She watches Ghost Adventures and shit, and she was telling me like the first time we actually hung out that she used to see this man all the time. And well, she passed out, and I swear to God, and this is like the third time of me being over there, so it's not like the same night. I wasn't thinking about it, and like maybe it was in my head that I was just thinking about it. No, I was just sitting there watching TV, and then she passed out, and all I hear is like this voice, and it was like set me free or something like that. I didn't really make it out, and I kind of just like poked my head up, like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And then like I heard a door like creak, like they were trying to like walk out the door or something. It was interesting.
What town does she live in?
She lives 5 minutes from you guys.
Still in the same town?
It's pushing the next one.
Okay. It's entirely possible.
From your place, there's probably 4 stoplights.
North?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's technically still in the same town, but also technically in a completely different county.
But it was interesting, like, but I don't know, like then like we started watching The Conjuring, and she was like, if that shit happened to me, like I would freak the fuck out. And I was just like, it
If that
really
shit-
doesn't phase me anymore. Like it would
If that
take a
shit's
whole
happening to
lot.
me, I'm making some phone calls.
It would take a lot. Like I know a lot of people would be like, oh no, I'd go do the shit that Ghost Adventures do. I ain't scared. And they get there.
We've done the shit that Ghost Adventures did.
I'm just saying, like I would like it would take like you know, like a door opens. I'm gonna react to it, but it's cool. A door slams. I'm gonna react more heavily to it, but it's cool. It would take like me getting like scratched or like it would take something big for me to like actually like dude, what the fuck? We gotta go. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Where we live right now, and don't get me wrong, it makes me turn my head, and if I'm not expecting it to happen and it happens to be loud enough, I will jump, especially if it's been quiet all day. But like when we have
Or
our
when he comes
windows
down the
open,
stairs and I scare the absolute shit out of him.
but no, when we have our windows open in this house, all it takes is a slight gust, and my bedroom door will just slam the fuck shut.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were out ghost hunting, and I heard a door slam the fuck shut, I'm gonna be looking for a draft. You know, is there a window open that is causing this weird back pressure thing to happen, where the door is just slamming shut because of it?
Gotta love
Bro,
wind
dude, I'm
pressure.
telling you, like, I would love to fucking just get back into that atmosphere. Even if it was like even if May wanted to join, but like us three and your father or your dad, just like go
We're hearing
somewhere.
him called my father because I've always ever just called him dad.
That's why I said dad. I refer to my dad as my father if I'm talking to
Yeah,
someone. That's why I just I don't know.
I get it.
But
Have it.
but
All good.
like but like anything, like I want to just like I want to go, like I want to go somewhere haunted and experience it. And she actually sent me something. I don't know if I can look it back up, like but it was like this place where they're letting you like pay so much or something
I don't
stupid.
trust pay places
That is true. Wait, fuck.
because a lot of those
Indiana
places.
Indiana State Sanatorium overnight ghost hunt.
I've heard it's haunted, but at the same time, I have problems trusting places that advertise payments to ghost hunt. It's one thing if I reach out to a place and they're like, "Yeah, we'll let you do it, but you're gonna pay us." It's
Yeah, I would
another
much rather do
thing.
that.
It's another thing where it's like an advertisement, because then I'm like, okay, I'm paying to go ghost hunt, and you guys are gonna make shit happen.
That and plus all the advertisement say they aren't doing anything. They're like 100% letting you, but now all this advertisement has been, you know, brought to everyone's attention, so people are fucking with you because the dates are on there, so like people could
Yeah,
sneak in and stuff. No, I'd 100% rather, you know,
be like,
reach
hey,
out
can
to
I
a
ghost
local
hunt your
company.
place? And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be $100 for the night. And I'm like, that's fine. I
Like,
understand that you want to make money, but
like I still 100% want to investigate the Art Craft downtown Franklin and the Willard right next to it.
yeah, those would be good places.
I mean, I kind of want to like reach out to that guy at the Art Craft again because yes, that was probably like 10 years ago, 10 or 8 or 10 when I tried, and he said they didn't do them anymore because the last people they did messed shit up.
I mean, we can try
But
it
the
again
Willard,
because I mean, I would love to go to the art craft and like I haven't ghost hunted in God
There's
knows how
it was
long.
also that Blue Candle House down the road from my work.
it was
Oh
just
yeah.
awesome because like when we walked in there, like we just expected to go, hey, is there someone we could talk to that like owns this or runs this? And the guy immediately came out and he was like, and then he was straight up with us. He was just like, hey, we used to, but we don't do anymore. We do have ghost tour where we like walk you through everything, but then at the end of the night, everybody leaves, you don't get to stay. But then like he started telling us the history and like things that he's seen and experienced, and then like he took us up to the projector room. Like it was awesome. It felt like if you've ever watched Ghost Adventures, it felt like the beginning of an episode of Ghost Adventures where like they went to the
They're getting the
location,
tour
they
of
got the
everything.
tour, they got the information. And I was like mentally, I was like, I think this guy's gonna change his fucking mind. But
Right. You were sitting there hoping like, maybe he's getting into it. Maybe he'll be down.
no, I would that right there is like my number one spot that I would want to go and investigate just because, that's so close to home
Oh,
and
it's
just
incredibly close to home.
and I've been there and like I've already pretty much got the tour. I don't know. I mean, obviously if we did, I'd have to turn around and buy fucking equipment again, but
If they even make
I'd,
any of those, because I remember like back in the day, it was really easy to find the little handheld tape recorders and stuff like that. I don't know if you can find those anymore unless it's on
oh,
eBay or anything like that.
when when Stretch and I started our little group,
Good times.
we had generic shit. Like the cameras were like I think
Real
150, $200.
Yeah, Walmart fucking not cheap, but
No,
not
I got them
real
on
fucking expensive.
Amazon.
Oh, you got it on Amazon?
And then I got my spirit box and the speaker that they were using on Ghost Adventures because I looked the specific one up because I was so invested and dedicated to it. But then we got an EMF reader on Amazon. Like everything was off Amazon except for the digital recorders. We went to I think Best Buy. But there was only 2 cameras, 2 infrared lights, an EMF reader. I know it wasn't even an EMF reader. It was one of those REM pod
Oh,
ones you
okay,
sit
yeah.
on the ground, and
Yeah.
then the spirit box and digital recorder. Like, uh, but I know I've talked about it before. We had that fallout, and then we never got
Yeah.
to. Technically, there could have been 2 episodes on that channel because
Technically.
I hate saying this when I tell people the story. I'm like, yeah, I went ghost hunting, and then like the video's on YouTube. I edited it and put it on there. It makes me seem like I faked shit. No, I
Right.
cut the video down so that I have to explain it. Because if I would have just uploaded the whole video,
I feel like
it's gonna be
that's a problem that a lot of people don't seem to understand about YouTube videos. Even when you watch like compilation videos of like say Wildcat or Russian Badger playing a video game, you're not seeing the hours of footage that was recorded.
Oh yeah, no,
You're
because majority of
seeing
it's all
you're,
edited out for just the good
yeah,
context.
you're literally seeing either
Content.
you're either seeing the good jokes or the amazing plays, or like you'll have people post Apex clips all the fucking time of doing like hip fire one shot Kraber kills on Apex. It's like that's great that you did that. How many times did you attempt it prior
yeah.
before getting to that point?
Because I think if you find the video, I couldn't tell you the channel. I really couldn't.
It wasn't
If,
Crazy 94 Stretch 94, was it?
no, we created a whole new channel for this ghost hunting thing because we had a piece of paper where we had like 10 or 12 locations that we were going to do, and we were going to like Ghost Adventures was like our biggest inspiration, so we were going to do like 12 locations and like try to get in all of them, record them, edit it down, and then put them on YouTube. And then we were going to take like a little break and make it like a 12 episode show a season or like 10, and hopefully like grow as a channel. And then like uh people would be like anticipating like, oh, when are these guys coming back, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But like I said, like the Artcraft pretty much shut us down. The Willard never got back to us. I reached out to him like 3 times, once in person, 2 or 3 on email, and then like there was just several places. But if you find it, you'll see like how we got there. We interviewed this lady, which is a really nice lady. I knew her my whole life. She pretty much like babysit me as a kid. She said she was having haunted experiences in her barn and whatnot. You see us go into the barn, investigate the barn, the top, the bottom of it. There used to be like a dance hall or something up in the top part. And we got a hiss. You have to like really listen for it, but there's a hiss,
Nice.
some voices.
I know.
There was a funny moment where like this fucking bird got in and scared the shit out of us. But like a lot of it got cut out from like the road trip up to the place, and like when we went down to the pond, like it was just unnecessary stuff. So like I think it's like 42 minutes or something, but like you would have got like a 2-hour video if I just uploaded the whole thing.
Right. I got to sneeze and I want to say something, but hang on.
I love how he was sitting there like for like 10 seconds prior to that, like I gotta,
I know, right?
Yeah.
He's sitting
and
there.
then like
It's
waiting
that
for me
build.
to finish.
It's that
and
build
then
up
he
of
was like,
just. I hate when you're right in the middle of it, like you're just about like it's right there, right in the tip of your nose, and you're just like, and then it's like you it's right there. The sneeze is right there. Just let it out. Let it out.
I know there's one area I wouldn't mind reinvestigating with you, but if I do it, I'm either buying a gun and going that way, or having like our neighbor or something come with us, somebody who is armed with a firearm, because
is it the bridge or the stump? Because that's the only
the
place you and I
stump,
went.
the stump, because there's been a lot of violent cult activity in that area, like to the point where they're straight up like stabbing people and killing people out there.
Oh shit.
So it's one of them things. I'd go and I'd be carrying a bunch of knives with me, and knives are great and all. I know how to handle them, but for even more peace of mind, I would have, like a gun on me, or bring my neighbor with us who has a gun.
It would
And
probably be a 4-man investigation though too, because if us
dude,
3 went and I was like told my girl like, hey, I'm going ghost hunting tonight, she's gonna be like, I'm going too.
all the more reason I'd bring our neighbor with us, and I'd be like, hey, you can bring your brother if you want, as long as like you guys don't even have to be involved in the investigation. You are basically bodyguards.
I would probably just buy the same stuff though. Like I don't know why, like when I was doing the stuff, like Stretch didn't like he hated the spirit box, which threw me off.
It's loud. I
I
understand
didn't
that.
know if
Like,
he like hated it because it was loud, or if he like there was something like triggering him like during the investigation, because he was like there was several times throughout the investigation he was like, turn that off, and it just didn't seem like himself. But I would buy one of those. I just think that or this is more money. It's the I think it's like the puck. You like
yeah.
type in a question and then like it responds, it reads through a dictionary and responds with like one word question or answers. I'd have to see how much that is, but like we would probably just have to have like one camera. Budget's real low.
But budget's not doing too hot.
It will be okay.
I don't know. Like I really like I'm at 30 years old and I just don't know what I want to do with my life. Like the streaming thing's fun. I'm enjoying it here and there. Like some days are better than others, but then there's other days where I'll be like lyrics will come to my head and I'm like, no, I want to make music. And then like I watch Ghost Adventures and I'm like, no, I want to go ghost hunting.
I mean, why
I
not
know.
do ghost hunting and do music at the same time? Be like, I'm out here getting these ghosts and hunting.
No.
Just complete.
No, fuck that. I could say we could live stream the ghost hunting, because there are tons of people that fucking do that.
That would be really cool. I'd be down for doing that. That'd be like we were talking about it earlier. Be
Ooh.
like what Wolfcast scared shitless or something like that.
Yeah.
And
No, if you watch who's Nuke's Top 5.
that
There
would
are
save.
several
Go ahead.
there
Sorry.
are Nuke's Top 5 will have several clips that just there'll be people live streaming to an audience, and they're catching the all that shit live.
What I was gonna say is it would save so much time though too. Like you just live stream it from your Twitch off your phone or something, instead of like recording it and then have to like cut it down, upload it. You could just stream it live on your Twitch, and then if something like very, very scary happens, or you're like reviewing like EVPs or something and you catch something, clip it.
Oh yeah,
It would
absolutely.
be saved so much. You're a fucking genius.
Sometimes I have good ideas.
That would be, yeah. Nope, that's how I'd do it. I would just, I'd be like, all right, we just got to the location, going live, and just that's how I would do it.
I mean, I'd be down. Like, if you guys ever wanted to do that, I'd be like, let's do it. We can go and hunt some ghosts.
We'd have to find a location and whatnot. We'd also have to figure out how to stream from our phones.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, it's real super easy.
Props to you guys for finding out.
Bro, literally, so I'm not going to do it because obviously I'm live. You just click on the Twitch app. There should be a camera button up there, and it will say Stream IRL. You click that, and then you like title it everything, and you hit Start Stream. Because I streamed Pokemon Go for like 10 minutes one day.
Oh, okay.
I also streamed when we were going through that Pokemon card phase.
Oh yeah.
I had bought like 2 or 3 boxes, and I streamed from my phone because I don't have a camera for the PC, so it wouldn't have made sense. So I streamed it from my phone.
Yeah.
It's easy, but then again, you got to think into consideration. Your phone's probably going to die because you're on it for so long.
No,
Hey,
unless
if
you have
we-
like a battery pack for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we bring an
And the-
external charger or whatnot, it wouldn't be any problems.
And then on top of that, service.
Yeah.
If you go into a spot where you're not going to have service, it's going to be shitty.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that would be one of the issues for if we went out to where is that stump located?
I love how we went from storms to gas
This is the usual
prices
podcast where we go over pretty much everything that is irrelevant.
to what's new in our lives.
Actually, it's in Martinsville.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
knew it
it's
was in
not that far.
Martinsville. It's not a far drive. It's out in the. So when you go out to this location, you drive out into the middle of the woods. Like there's nothing but trees all around you. There's no buildings, no houses, no lights. And you'll pull up into a makeshift driveway where enough people have driven and parked there.
Mm-hmm.
And when you park there, you walk back through this path that again isn't like a man-made path. It's just where enough people have walked through it. And you'll come to an old abandoned graveyard. The stump has actually been moved because there's the stump that's in the middle of the graveyard. And it's said that if you sit on the stump, you'll be cursed
You'll die within
or
a
whatnot,
year.
or you'll die within a year, or some shit like that. But that's not the actual stump. The actual stump is further back in the woods where the original cemetery is.
Fun little random fact is so Zach Bagans has this haunted museum where he collects all of these artifacts and stuff from like investigations and whatnot, and he puts them in a museum, and you can actually go to Vegas and go there. And these people that started on Vine then went to like YouTube. Sam and Colby. I don't watch them. I've seen them.
I feel like I've heard those names somewhere before.
They were big on Vine. Like they did like. Have you ever seen the video where that guy? I'm not fat shaming, but there's a bigger guy walking through Walmart, and then the guy's playing the saxophone behind him. He's like, dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
he
yeah,
turns around.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
Sam and Colby. So yeah, they're the first YouTubers to be able to investigate Zach's haunted location.
He actually let them in.
Yeah.
Huh.
They took their like comedy vines, went to YouTube and did a bunch of funny stuff, and they've rewarped their whole channel to just ghost hunting stuff. They go to all these like haunted locations. That's all their channel's based on now.
Huh.
Nice.
Sure, I'm driving May nuts with me pacing back and forth in our room right now because the floor is just
creak.
creak, creak. I found an area where it feels like a board is coming up. I don't remember where I found that.
There's one at the bottom of our bed where you can feel like a dip into the ground. Like I'm terrified I'm gonna fall through our floor.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, just if you hear a sudden crash, I fell through the floor.
I'm like, hi, honey. That really hurt. I can tell.
What's that YouTube video where the guy falls through? Hi, Bob. Hi, Billy.
That really hurt.
Yeah.
It's like,
My uncle fell
He's
through
so
the
subtle about it. Like he just fell a floor, if not even more. We don't know how far he actually
Yeah,
fell
we had
through.
no idea how far he was falling. He just hits the ground laying there on his back. Just, hey, Bob. Hi, Billy. That really hurt.
My initial reaction would be, oh, fuck!
That would be my reaction.
And then
You'd
my
hear,
boss would be like, you're going to be here tomorrow, right? Fuck you!
Fuck you, I'm going home.
you'd hear, oh shit, and then you'd hear, ah, fuck, my back.
Back. Or be
My
like,
biggest concern if I were to fall through this floor is hitting Ryusei's tank.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ryusei's tank is like right.
No, Ryusei's tank is
Here.
where words are hard. Is right where your nightstand is.
Oh, it's where my nightstand. It's that far. It's not that far back.
Let's see that far back.
No, it's got to be like.
Yes.
It's got to be like right around where I'm standing now.
No. Well, hang on, because there's a closet right there. Hang on.
Yeah, like
Trying to
because
think.
there's the stairs.
Maybe.
There's the Harry Potter closet under the stairs. Ryusei's closet Ryusei's closet. Ryusei's tank has to be like right around where I am standing here.
I feel like her tank would be right at the edge of your bed if your bed's still in the same spot.
No.
Oh yeah, we can't move that bed too far.
We can't move that bed at all.
We can.
You could
We'd
put
have
it
to
on
move the
other side of-
entire room.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could flip flop your room entirely.
Fuck that. That would be weird to be sleeping underneath the window, especially since we sleep with the window open 90% of the time. If it starts raining, I'd be pissed.
No, you'd be wet.
Amongst other things.
Other than
What
Pretty
are we
much-
at on time?
We are at
Fuck.
49.
I was gonna say, other than like wanting to get back into ghost hunting and things like the rays and stuff, and just other things we talked about. I don't know. I've seen a light this past couple of weeks. I can honestly say that I have been depressed maybe once in the past 3 weeks,
Wait for you.
Cassio.
and it's just with how like well the streams are doing, and this new girl and the rays, and just
Dude,
there's been a lot of positive things going on, and we've said it, like 2022 is the fucking year. Like, even if the podcast doesn't blow up, like the streams for all three of us have been doing great, and just a lot of fucking good things have been happening.
Oh
I
yeah.
know a lot of good things come to an end, but
What's all? No, it's
We
also
all
that
know
positive
fucking
mental
All
thinking.
good things. All good things turn into great things. Is how it is. It's like, yeah, all good things come to an end, but like it's because they typically go into much greater things.
And it's like they say that you make your own luck. It's not just oh, this is the ebb and flow of it, and then that's it. No, it's you have the mental, like, if you think, oh man, it's gonna suck, it's gonna go down, we're gonna fail, you're gonna notice it's gonna start sucking, things are gonna start going down, everything's gonna start going wrong or not the way
It's
you want it to.
What's it called? The red car theory or something like
Yeah.
that.
But if you think positive, like, hey, you know what? I did this. I got one more follower. Hey, this is really great. Or hey, I've noticed I've gotten more people watching my stream. It's that small stuff of, hey, I'm doing better. That makes sense.
I don't know if I should say this. I'll say it anyways. But like someone joined chat earlier, and I mean I can see it just in a nutshell. Though he was like, "Hey, I'm a big time streamer," and I thought he was going to promote himself. Which I honestly, if you want to come in and promote yourself, I don't give a shit.
Right.
I really don't.
I
You know,
find it
we're all-
mildly. At least ask. Like,
I mean, asking would be nice, but he really didn't promote himself. He in a nutshell, because it's kind of a lengthy thing he said. Hey, I'm a streamer with over 32,000 followers. I followed you. I've been in your chat a couple of times. I think you're really nice and awesome and positive. Be prepared. I'm going to host you one day.
Oh, nice.
nice. That's nice.
So
of
I
him.
thought that was cool as fuck.
I don't. May could probably do it. I know you're technically not a furry, so I don't know if they're strictly like furries only group. I'm making facial expressions, like you can see me doing them.
I could feel it.
you could imagine the facial expressions I'm giving you.
Yeah.
But no,
That-
there's a partner group that I'm with. It's called Furries on Twitch, and they it's just a growing community that's all about helping its members grow. And there'll be times, dude, I'll get rated or I'll get hosted by people that I've never talked to them. at all. And they'll just pop in and be like, hey, just helping you out and whatnot. And I'm like, thank you so much. I also
Wow.
found out some news that I guess I'm going to have to come to terms with, even though I don't really like it that much. But
What's
if I want to
that?
keep streaming and if I want to keep streaming and end up making it big on streaming, I'm going to have to come to terms with it.
What, the Raid Shadow Legends?
I'm not doing the Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. I don't care who asks me to do it. I'm not
Do
doing
it!
it. They don't even pay that well.
Raid Shadow.
Like,
So what do you have to come to terms with?
me being technically a poppy fur. Because if I become popular on Twitch, if I become, White Wolf Fang on Twitch, and I get out there, technically I'm a popular furry, and I have to come to terms with that.
Well, it's like I told you, like we were having this conversation yesterday. It's like, yes, you might start getting more popular, but you need to remember just to always stay humble because
That's what I was telling my buddy Tyler the other day. I was like, if I'm gonna become a poppy fur, that's great and all, but that's why I keep people like you guys around to keep me level-headed.
that way you don't get full. Because for one, I won't let you get full of yourself because bitch, know your place. Second of all, but it's I've met like they always say don't meet your heroes. I met one of my furry heroes.
Didn't you meet him at Indie
No,
FurCon?
no, no, no. I met her at Anthrocon. And I was
Anthrocon.
so excited to meet her because I'm like, oh my god, you're one of my, and she was just the coldest, just brushed me off with like a look, like didn't even say thank you or oh no, hey, it's a great no. It was just complete cold shoulder of why are you talking to me? And I'm like, man,
Yeah, that reminds me of the joke I was making with you on our way home. Yeah, yesterday. I was gonna have to have a handler,
oh
somebody to
yeah.
break me away from people because I'd be too nice and want to sit there and talk to them repeatedly.
You need
So
to
somebody to like tap my shoulder or pull my shoulder away.
like I said, you need to let me do it because I'll be the one sitting there, because I'm so polite with well, no, hey, we have to leave. It's been great seeing you and blah blah blah. Like I disengage really well, so you need to learn how to disengage.
What I see on Phase Rug, 'cause I'm a Phase Rug watcher. He'll go out in public to film a video, and when he runs into somebody, I've seen it a lot. I've started to actually notice it, and it's something that I'm gonna try to, if I ever get somewhat decent out there. He'll be like, "Hey, it's really nice to meet you. How's it going? Like how long have you been watching? Da, 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 da. Thanks for the love and support. Do you want a picture?" And then he'll take a picture and be like, and then he'll immediately go into like not immediately, but he might have like a couple more words with him. Well, it was really nice meeting you. Like it's like it probably seems a lot quicker on camera because they're throwing it in the vlog or the video.
Yeah.
But like it's probably like a 3-minute conversation in real life instead of because like yes, if you had the time, you would want to sit there and have hour conversations. That's someone who's supporting you.
Right. See, my thing is, like, I always say, if I ever met like a famous person, I legit would want to sit down and just have a beer with them. It's like sit and have a beer, just talk, shoot the shit. Like, hey, really nice to meet
Don't get me
you.
wrong, I'd have that freak out, like I'd have that adrenaline rush of holy crap, I'm actually meeting this person.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm still a human being. They're still a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna just yeet my body at them and be like, take a picture with me. Oh my god.
Right.
It's like when I did my first YouTube channel with Trent. We were just parroting movies. Like we did a Transformers skit, and like
I remember, dude, the Transformers skit used to have me fucking rolling.
if it was still on YouTube today, we would, and like say I was big, I wouldn't say canceled, but people would look at me because there was some stuff in those videos that like people like Shane Dawson, like what Shane Dawson used to do back then is not like it was like there was a I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to get into it. But like it wouldn't be because how like the world's so sensitive now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was
Things are
content
changing.
made back then. The times have changed, and I didn't mean any harm by it. But like what I was getting at is like fast forward after like those skits, a couple months later, the fair comes around, and I had people coming up to me I've never met before, and just like, "Oh my god, we seen your guys' video on YouTube." Like it's honestly like it's almost breathtaking. You're just like, "What the fuck?" Like all we did was made like a 5-minute ha 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 low budget Transformer skit,
Oh, I had to sit down.
and it did have over like hundreds of views, but like it's just crazy.
It's like another thing. I'd like to give just a little shout out to Ryan Reaper. He's an adorable little bean, but I had no idea he streamed. I had no idea he was as big as he is when I first met him. He does amazing work. And I can only imagine that there might be some people in that community that would kill to meet him. And I just happened to meet him on a drinking night, you know? I don't know where I was going with that. Like, just that.
It's all about who you know, not what you do. And I'm just kidding.
I mean, I agree with that to a point. It's all about who you know, but you have to have the content to keep those people around. So it's like, yeah, I'll use Ryan as an example here. Let's say Ryan raids me for whatever reason. He brings all of his viewers over to me. If I am not making good content to keep those people around, then, you know, I'm not doing my job as a streamer. I'm not being a good streamer. It doesn't matter. You could be friends with some of the top streamers out there. Who's somebody? I don't fucking know who's pushing numbers right now. But you could be friends with fucking PewDiePie. Let's go with him. You could be friends with PewDiePie, and PewDiePie could host your shit. He could promote your shit. He could raid your shit. All that fun shit. But if you're not pushing good content, if you're not doing something to keep those people around, then yeah, your follower or subscriber numbers might go up, but your viewer numbers are going to stay low.
Yeah.
And like that's.
But also you got to think that, you know, say hypothetically speaking, someone raids you with like 50 people. I
Right.
know that's a big number, but 50 people. You know, you're going to drop down some because those people didn't come for you. They came for
Right.
that person. So
Right,
some
right,
of them are going to leave like, oh, the person I was watching, he's done. I'm done watching. Then it goes into what you were saying. You know, hey, if they're still here and I'm not entertaining them, they're going to leave. So I mean,
there is a different mindset too.
Big old lipstick. I'm sorry. ADD bring a burr.
Now there was something else was that actually fried my brain. Hang on. What were we talking about?
the levels of rating.
There have been okay, I got it. Thank you. There have been times when like I'll be streaming and you know I'm streaming to my group of people and whatnot, and then I'll get rated, and there's almost like a switch that gets flicked. Like I'm suddenly more hype. If that makes sense. Like I
Yeah,
was already
because-
given some energy towards it.
Because you have that level of hype because you have like your recurring people. And like, I don't mean this in any bad way, shape, or form. You know, you're there performing for your people, the people that are there day in and out. Now you have to bring a whole new level of energy because you have more people that you want to, you know, hopefully when the person that hosted you isn't live, you know, they're coming in.
Right.
So I get it because I'm that same way. You know, I'll be streaming and say like there's like 2 or 3 people here, you know, people that are tuned in. You know, I'm giving you my level of like how I normally am, whatever. And then I'll use Kez as an example because he raids me a lot. Kez will raid me, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go, and like you just get
Right.
hyped.
I
I think
actually
it's
got
also for a factor of like, you know, there's kind-hearted people out there that are going out of their way because they could just easily log out. You know, they don't have to like go, all right, yeah, let's just host.
May called me out
a
on
raid.
the other day. May called me out on the other day of like, why don't I raid people? It's like I mean to. I really do. I'll see like either you or May or you know somebody will go live. And I'm like, oh, I should raid them.
Sure
And
you
by
do.
the time I go to end my stream, I have a hotkey set up. So I hit that hotkey, and you know my stream's over. And there'll be times where I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm gonna end the stream, guys, and then I just absent-mindedly hit that hotkey, and it ends my stream. Well, you can't raid once your stream is ended. And I sit there and I go, fuck, I meant to raid that person.
We'll get them again next time.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm gonna pour me a nutter.
Pour me a nutter. Let me get my
Hey,
screen to
brother?
work here with me, brother.
You brother?
So remember, at 100 subs, we'll be doing Alpha's makeup. So I'm super
Yep.
excited. So we're still halfway there. So get the word out. Let people know the number one podcast in your heart really needs to hit 100 subscribers, because I really, really want to do Alpha's makeup. I'm super excited to do it. So
Stupid.
super excited. So
Stupid excited.
stupid excited.
What did I touch that was sticky? Hold up.
Sorry, I got excited.
First off, pause.
Pause.
What did we tell you about touching yourself while we're doing the podcast?
Sorry, I can't help it. I just get so
He's
I get so
fancy. He can't
aroused
help
at the thought.
Make sure to visit us on our Patreon. We've got polls, one-on-one meetings. You can be in a podcast, behind-the-scenes content, art lessons, and a whole bunch more. We can also do shout-outs at the end of our podcast, you know, for people that do donations. That way, you know that you're being noticed and that you're not ignored and that you are part of this podcast. So go ahead, just head on over there. No donations too small. And go ahead
all
and
your
head
money.
over to our
Nick.
spring. And yes, like I've said, there will be hidden hidden Fang all throughout the podcast from now on. So I'm gonna hide it again. So go ahead and head over to our W. It's part of our affiliate. It was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash. Got patented neurofactor, which is awesome. And again, it is FDA certified. It had a new flavor come out. I know the previous one was the peach. I need to do some research on a new one, but I'm super excited to try all the new ones. So go ahead and go to our affiliate link in the description below and check it out. Make sure to go ahead and follow us on all of our social medias. You've got Fang and Alpha on Twitter and Twitch. Me everywhere else, because, I'm the diva and it has to have all the attention. Notice me.
Emails.
Don't judge me, okay? We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys in the podcast. Bye!
Goodbye.